Hello everyone, welcome to Jurisedge Academy. In this video, we are going to talk about Hello everyone, welcome to Jurisedge Academy. So in this video, we are going to talk about, and in this live session, we're going to talk about definitely the pure theory of law, the important Q&As. Okay. So the most important thing that we're going to look for, that as you already know, in the last 3 live sessions, we have talked about the first is definitely some MCQs that we're going to talk about. The second, we're going to talk about some advanced MCQs. Okay, and today's topic of discussion is pure theory of law. Now, pure theory of law. Let me give you a brief introduction regarding the pure theory of law. Then we are going to start. Okay. Now, regarding the pure theory of law, I need to tell you one very important thing. That is, pure theory of law is that particular school of thought which totally believes in law in itself, which is devoid of all kind of impurities. I'm not going to get into a lot of things. The reason being, you will get to see a lot of questions from the portion itself. But pure theory of law is the brainchild of Kelsen. Kelsen का brainchild है, and this particular school also known as Vienna School of Thought. Okay. Now, these are the things that we're going to talk about today. Okay. Now, guys, with your permission, we're going to start with the MCQs, right? We're going to start with the MCQs right now. I'm going to share the screen with you. And is it visible to you or not? You want to tell me. Okay. Is it visible to you? You are going to tell me. Is it visible to all of you? Is it visible to all of you? Is it visible to all of you? Can I type yes if it's visible to all of you? Because pure theory of law is another very important for your exam purpose. Okay. And okay. Is it visible to all of you or not? Let's get into the pure theory of law. Now, first, as you already know how we conduct our live session regarding the MCQs, the first we're going to talk about some basic MCQs from the pure theory of law, and then we are going to delve into some kind of our advanced MCQs from the passage itself. Okay. So without any delay, let's get into the basic MCQs that we're going to talk about today. And I hope many of you can see the question. Okay, start with the question, right? Without wasting any time, let's get to the important thing. Okay. Now, very easy question that we have first coming up. Okay. What is the pure theory belonging to Vienna School of Thought? Proposed a pure theory of law. Who proposed that? Who proposed that? I hope you can see it. Let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about that thing. Let's talk about that thing. Okay. Now, talk about it first. Yeah, it's very easy. Very easy. One is, okay. Who talked about propose a pure theory of law? Who proposed the pure theory of law, guys? Who proposed the pure theory of law? H.L.A. Hart, Salmon, Kelsen, Hugo. Who proposed that? It's 1C that you are talking about. Okay. Yes, it's absolutely right regarding that. Okay. Let's get to the next question. It's very easy. Now, another question, pure theory of law means, and theory excluding everything which is strictly not law, and theory which is free from social, historical, political influences. Both the A and B and none of the above. So what would be the answer regarding that? Pure theory of law means, I didn't delve into a lot of the discussion of pure theory of law in the beginning. The reason being, you will find a lot of questions that I said. Now tell me, what is the pure theory of, what does pure theory of law mean? प्योर थ्योरी ऑफ लॉ मतलब क्या है? प्योर थ्योरी ऑफ लॉ मतलब क्या है? प्योर थ्योरी ऑफ लॉ मतलब क्या है? दो का क्या आंसर है जी? दो का यस. CM is saying C, PP is saying C. Okay, it's very important. You already know it. The people who have understood the pure theory of law, they can very well share and they very well know that pure theory of law is pure because it is devoid of all the impurities. And what are the impurities? The social, historical, political influences are the impurities. क्योंकि बाकी different school talks about different angle from that point of view. A theory excluding everything which is strictly not law. Okay, जो law नहीं है उसके बारे में बात नहीं किया जाता है. That is okay. Let's get to the another thing. Okay, let's get to the another thing. Okay guys, now tell me, this is very important question. Okay, this is very important question that I want all of you to answer. A legal system broadens down in gradation, becoming more and more detailed and specific as it progresses. Kelsen calls this process as tell me. A legal system broadens down in gradation. What would be the answer for this? What would be the answer for this, guys? What would be the answer for this? Same is saying D. Ubi societas EV legs. Ubi societas EV legs. What about others, guys? What about others? Sivam is saying D. Sivam, Ubi societas EV legs. Kindly Google it. What does it mean? Kindly Google this Latin maxim. What does it mean? Okay. Now look at the other things. A legal system broadens down in gradation, becoming more and more detailed and specific as it progresses. Kelsen calls this progress. Think about it. Gee, think about it. It is 3 का answer है B, the gradual concretization of root norm. Why is it? I'm going to tell you. Legal system. Okay, legal system means the law and the norms. Okay, broadens down in gradation, becoming more and more detailed and specific as it progresses. Detailed and specific in relation to. आप इसको group norm की बारे में बात करते हैं. Tell me one of the definition of group norm. An example of group norm, that is Indian Constitution, right? Indian Constitution when it started in 1940, 1950 के आसपास से आप देखो, ठीक है? 1950 के आसपास से when the things were there for the first time, and right now 2022, understand how the group norm has become more detailed, more and more detailed and specific. Take an example of Article 21 itself. Article 21 itself. Has it become more detailed? Has it become more detailed, guys? What do you say? अगर Article 21 की बात करें, has it become more detailed? Has it become more detailed? More specific? Has it become more specific? Article 21 now various. Now look at this. Now various specific rights, substantive rights have been given the place under Article 21. Right to life has a very specific meaning. Okay, right to life मतलब ये different things are there. पहले right to life is a vague concept. What is right to life? What is right to life? It has become more detailed and more specific as the time progresses. So gradual concretization of the group norm. That's called right. So this is the whole thing that you can understand. Okay. Now this is the gradual concretization of the good norm that you can understand. When did the Kelsen develop his pure theory of law? ये आप Google भी कर सकते हो, but yeah, this is important. You can very well understand, right? So article 1930, 1934, 1935, 905. What is the date, guys? What is the? आपको अभी याद रखने का जरूरत नहीं है. एटलीस्ट आप गूगल करो, आप आपके बुक खोलो, देखो एंड गिव मी द आंसर, व्हिच इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बिकॉज बहुत लोग बोलेंगे सर बुक खोलने के बाद आपको अगर बता देंगे तो क्या फायदा. द थिंग इज दैट द मेन पर्पस ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर लाइव सेशन टू मेक यू रिमेंबर द थिंग्स. ठीक है, क्योंकि जूरिस्प्रूडेंस में बहुत सारा चीज याद नहीं रहता है, याद करवाना ही मेन पर्पस है मेरा. ठीक है, right? 1934. So make a note of it. 1934. When did the Kelsen develop his theory? That's very good. So everyone is telling the right answer. Okay, ji. Now let's get to the next part. Okay, let's get to the next part where we have the next question itself. Okay, I am going to remove this thing. Okay, look at this. Validity of norms is described as, validity means the specific existence of norm. Validity of a norm means the norm is binding and individual ought to behave in the manner determined by the norm. Okay, look at this and tell me the answer. Validity means the specific existence of the norm, and validity of a norm means that a norm is binding and an individual ought to behave in the manner. Shivam ji, you were saying C. Okay, Shivam is saying C. Why C? Validity means specific existence of norm. Okay, validity means specific existence of norm. Okay, fine, understand, right? Validity of a norm means the norm is binding, an individual ought to behave in the manner determined. Now I hope you remember when we talk about the norm, right? B, you were saying B. Validity means specific existence of a norm. Ashutosh is saying B. Siddharth Pandey is saying B. Right? By B. Ayushi is saying B. Now look at this. Okay, look at this. Think about it. If something is not valid, how can you say it's existing? Validity means specific existence of norm, right? अगर आप सोचो, अगर मैं अभी कुछ लॉ लेता हूं, right? 124A sedition law is valid. 124A is valid. Does that mean it is existing right now? Yes or no? If it's valid, does it mean this particular norm or this particular law is valid? मान लेते हैं. Right? Think about it. Up 124A is invalid. Does it exist? Right? Are you understanding what? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Validity means specific existence of norm. अब वैलिडिटी नहीं है तो एग्जिस्टेंस क्या होता रहेगा? 124 अगर एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है, आज मान लेते हैं इट्स इनवैलिड, डिक्लेयर्ड इनवैलिड, whether that will exist, no, right? So that's how. Can you understand? So A is there. Validity of a norm means the norm is binding and individual ought to behave in the manner determined by the norm. Now think about it. You people are saying B. Now if validity of a norm means the norm is binding, yes, norm that is there, norm has should in it, and also norm has sanction in it, right? तो अगर norm के बारे में बात करें प्योर थ्योरी का लॉ, प्योर थ्योरी लॉ में, तो norm में sanction है, तो it's definitely binding in nature. Individual ought to behave in the manner determined by the norm. So एक norm में जैसा लिखा जाता है वैसे behave करना पड़ेगा, right? So that's how the A and B, both A and B are correct. Understood जी? यस और नो? 5 का आंसर सी है, 5 का आंसर सी है, एवरीवन अंडरस्टूड? 5 का आंसर सी है, एवरीवन अंडरस्टूड? Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Now move on to the next question. Aim of a theory, essential features of Kelsen's pure theory. Essential features of Kelsen's pure theory. Look at this. Essential features of Kelsen's pure theory. Siddharth is saying कि why Siddharth, I given you कि validity of existence, valid मतलब exist रहेगा, A and B both are true, ठीक है? तो A and B में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है ही नहीं, इसीलिए सी आंसर है जी. A is not the answer, C is the answer. A is also true, B is also true, that's why C is the answer, right? Did I say A? अगर मैं A बोला होगा तो गलत बोला होगा, क्योंकि A and B both are true and C is the answer. Okay, now look at this. Essential features of Kelsen's pure theory is: aim of a theory of law as any of science is to reduce, okay? Ashutosh is saying D. Okay ji. Law is normative, not natural science. Aim of a theory of law as of any science to reduce the chaos and multiplicity to unity. Ashutosh is saying D. Shivam is saying D. Now guys, answer is very much D. Now all of you, please do remember this thing. Okay, it is in regards to this particular Kelsen's theory. Aim of theory of law to reduce the chaos and multiplicity of unity. I want you to remember this thing. It's very important. Law is normative science, not the natural science. This is another very important statement. And by this two statement, you can very well decide कि अगर दो सही हो जाते तो obviously all of the above would be the answer. तीनों अगर आपको नहीं भी पता है, sometimes two right answer can lead to the all of the above. A formal theory confined to a particular system of positive law as actually in operation. Okay, so that is also true. So essential feature of Kelsen's pure theory are all the three things, right? Okay. Now I want to ask some question in regards to this. आपके पुराने कुछ पोर्शन से आपको सवाल पूछे जा रहे हैं. As per which school the origin of law is in custom, Validity and not in any other source such as rule now. कौन से आंसर है? Validity सोर्स से कौन से ये में दिया गया है? Validity is the source, कौन से ये में दिया गया है बताओ? Tell me where it has been mentioned. Tell me जी where it has been mentioned. Validity पुराने एक बार रिवीजन कर लेते हैं कि आप लोगों को याद है या नहीं, क्या आंसर है इसका? Validity एंड कस्टम कौन से ये में है? इतना टाइम नहीं लगना चाहिए इस आंसर का, ये बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन है जी. 7B absolutely correct. Historical school. Who has given the Validity theory? Tell me right now fast. Who has given the Validity? Who has given the Validity? Who has given the Validity? Now let's look at the question number 8. Now question number 8, I hope it's visible. How is law pure according to Kelsen? Based on convention, based on rule of recognition? Yeah, Ayushi is saying Savigny, absolutely true. Ayushi, right? Now, based on conventions, based on rule of recognition, divorce from morality, social fact. Okay. How is law pure according to Kelsen? Law के इनके हिसाब से कैसे प्योर है ये बताइए जी. Who has given that theory? 8 ka? Shivam is saying C. Okay. Ayushi is saying C. Okay. So C is the correct answer. Absolutely correct, guys. You are absolutely correct. Based on the conventions, no, not the rules of recognition. Rules of recognition कौन दिया है बताओ? कौन से jurist की बात कर रहा है? Rules of recognition की अगर बात करें तो हम based on principles नहीं है. Divorce from morality and social fact. So how is law pure according to Kelsen? That's why this. Then rule of recognition कौन दिया है? जरूर बताना. Then let's talk about the other thing. Pactus and servanda means. What is a pactus and servanda? Pactus and servanda is a concept under international law, right? International law, and 9 का है answer. Okay, Shivam is saying C. So in that case, yes, C is the answer. State bound to fulfill in good faith. तो pactus and servanda की बात कर रहा है. Now मैं एक चीज जरूर देखना, which is very very important, कि एनालिटिकल पॉजिटिविज्म, ठीक है, एनालिटिकल पॉजिटिविज्म में अगर मैं बोलूं, एनालिटिकल पॉजिटिविज्म में एक चीज आप लोगों का ये काम होगा, दैट इज इंटरनेशनल लॉ का स्टैंड. इंटरनेशनल लॉ हार्ट के पर्सपेक्टिव, सॉरी हार्ट बोल रहा हूं मैं, केल्सन के पर्सपेक्टिव से केल्सन का क्या पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है एंड ऑस्टिन का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू क्या है. दैट्स योर होमवर्क. सो जरूर देखना इसको, ठीक है. मतलब इंटरनेशनल लॉ के लिए दोनों का स्टैंड क्या है, व्हाट आर देयर स्टैंड्स. केल्सन का स्टैंड क्या है, ऑस्टिन का स्टैंड क्या है, ये जरूर देखना. ओके, नाउ लेट्स गेट टू द okay, let's get into the next part. So people who haven't liked the video, can you do like it, and also to share with your friends if anyone can join and learn from this. Okay, now let's get to the another part which is important, the advanced question that we're going to talk about today. Okay, advanced question that we're going to talk about today. Now, is the advanced question visible to all of you? Type yes, it is visible to all of you. Then we're going to start with the question. Okay. Now, इस एडवांस क्वेश्चन में हम लोग बात करते हैं, रीड इट आउट एंड वी गोइंग टू स्टार्ट द एडवांस क्वेश्चन. इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है. नाउ एडवांस क्वेश्चन में बात करते हैं. पहला क्वेश्चन, अकॉर्डिंग टू केल्सन लॉ इज नॉर्मेटिव साइंस बिकॉज़ इट हैज इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ डस्ट स्टेन एंड इट हैज इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ डस्ट सोलेंट. बोथ आर ट्रू, ओनली वन इज ट्रू, ओनली टू इज ट्रू, और neither of them. Now read the passage carefully and then you are going to start answering this thing. Okay, it's very easy question, but also you can understand. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी है. क्वेश्चन थोड़ा बहुत घुमा के पूछे जा रहा है जो जनरली क्लैट में पूछा जाता है, ठीक है. तो आप लोग देखो और आंसर करो. इसका आंसर क्या है? लॉ इज नॉर्मेटिव साइंस बिकॉज, टेल मी गाइस, टेल मी. Now guys, tell me what is the answer for that. It has important characteristics of dust stain and it has important characteristics of dust solid. देखो देखो, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, ठीक है. लॉ इज अ नॉर्मेटिव साइंस, लॉ इज नॉट नेचुरल साइंस, राइट? लॉ इज नॉट नेचुरल साइंस, राइट? एज पर Kelsen, law is not natural science, law is normative science. Now, if that is the case, नेचुरल साइंस के लिए क्या यूज होता है और नॉर्मेटिव साइंस के लिए क्या यूज होता है, दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. Law is not natural science, right? Law is not natural science. Law is normative science. So in that case, can you understand? Does sen is. Does sen matlab is. Whereas does solen is ought. Now tell me. Does sen, does solen. Law is normative science. Law is normative science. Tell me. Law is normative science. अच्छे से देखो. Law is not natural science. Law is normative science. What does it mean? What does it mean? देखो 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 देखो. अरे नहीं आ रहा है तो बुक खोल के तो देखो एक बार. Whatever the book that you have, खोल के तो देखो एक बार. Whatever the book that you have, खोल के तो देखो एक बार. Open it and see. Does sin, does solen कुछ mention दिया गया है? Whatever the book that you are following, does sin, does solen का कुछ mention दिया गया है? Nothing. कुछ आंसर ही नहीं मिल रहा आप लोगों से. कुछ तो बताओ जी. कुछ तो बताओ. PP is saying B. Okay जी. Law as it is. Shivam is saying both are true, does sen and does solen. Okay ji. Ashutosh is also saying both are true, does sen and does solen. Right. Shivam, is it the case? Is it the case? Ashutosh. When you talk about natural science, ठीक है, हम लोग जब नेचुरल साइंस की बात करते हैं तो हम लोग बात करते हैं कि लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटी, राइट, कि इट इज हैपनिंग फॉर सिंपल कॉज एंड इफेक्ट, राइट, सिंपल कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. But when you talk about normative science, how does it function? If A commits murder, A should be punished. That's how the norm is. उसमें आपको 10 सेन मिलेंगे जी, 10 सेन मिलेंगे आपको. आई एम आस्किंग यू, उसमें आपको 10 सेन मिलेंगे. कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड? ये आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है जी. Guys, did you get it? Any book that you are opening, law as it is, law as should be, एक बार खोल के देखो, जगह पढ़ो. Law as a normative science, which is very very fundamental. I want all of you to go and read that particular paragraph. जहां पर आप लोगों को दिख रहा है कि सर ये है, वहां पर जाके पढ़ो और देखो कि what is the question, because that's the main purpose of this particular life. कि आप लोग जाके जो चीज आपका कॉन्सेप्चुअली ठीक नहीं है या कॉन्सेप्चुअली आप देख लो नहीं मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है या मुझे ठीक नहीं लग रहा है कि ये सही हो सकता है नहीं हो सकता है. Is it true or is it not true? Can you understand? So what do you say with full proof? It's A or B, G? A or B? What do you say with full proof? It is A or B. PP is saying B. Ayushi is saying B. Okay. Shivam, A or B? Ashutosh, A or B? PP is saying B. What about others? Ashutosh, did you get? Are you checking your? मतलब अगर आपके पास possible है right now to check the book. I want all of you to check the book, and also Shivam. लॉ एज नॉर्मेटिव साइंस में देखो ईज एंड नॉट की जो बात किया जा रहा है वो अगर नेचुरल साइंस में ईज है एंड नॉर्मेटिव साइंस में बी होगा और ऑट होगा, राइट? सो इफ नॉर्मेटिव साइंस में ऑट है, so important characteristics is just solid. Just same is natural science का आपके और ये है. Understood everyone? Right? Now let's get to the next. ये क्वेश्चन अगर आपको नहीं आंसर मिल रहा है कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, जाके सर्च करो एंड देखो क्या आंसर है जी, ठीक है? बिकॉज दैट्स वेयर यू आर नॉट दैट क्लियर इन योर कॉन्सेप्ट, सो जाके देखो. नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज ग्रुन नॉर्म? व्हाट इज ग्रुन नॉर्म? कलेक्शन ऑफ नॉर्म, लेटेस्ट नॉर्म, ओरिजिनल नॉर्म. व्हाट इज ग्रुन नॉर्म जी? व्हाट इज ग्रुन नॉर्म? What is group norm? Let's get to the next question. What do we have? What is group norm? आशुतोष, आप पहले आंसर का बी बोल रहे हो या दूसरे आंसर का बी बोल रहे हो, समझ में नहीं. सर, व्हाट इज द आंसर ऑफ वन? बी 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 ओनली. सॉरी, बी इज collect. Shivam is saying according to Kedson, law is a normative science because it's an important characteristics of dust solvent. Dust solvent का characteristics है, that's why. Okay, C, it has important characteristics of dust solvent. Only 2 is true. Only 2 is true. C is the answer, guys. C is the answer. Yes. Now, what is good norm? इसका आंसर बताओ मुझे आप. 1 का C. Yes. Only 2 is true. C is the answer. 1 का. 2 का आंसर बताओ. What is good norm? आप लोग अगर लॉ इज नॉर्मेटिव साइंस वाला नहीं समझ पा रहे हो, आप जाके कॉपी चेक करो, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पढ़ो, डस्ट सेंट, डस्ट सोलेंट क्या है. अगर आपके पास कॉपी नहीं है, जाके एबी पढ़ांजा पे चेक करो, ठीक है? पढ़ांजा में देखो क्या आंसर है, या बाकी कोई भी बुक आपको अवतार सिंह में मिलेंगे, आपको बाकी बुक देखो, बीडी महाजन देखो, गो एंड चेक इट. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज ग्रुन नॉर्म जी? व्हाट इज ग्रुन नॉर्म? Collection of norm, latest norm, original norm. 2 का आंसर क्या है? टू का ओरिजिनल नॉर्म, राइट? प्रज्ञा सिंह सिंह, आशुतोष, यस एवरीवन. अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, पहला वाला क्वेश्चन है, पहला वाला क्वेश्चन इसीलिए जानबूझ के डाला गया है, ठीक है, कि आपसे सवाल पूछे जा रहे हैं, तो जाके एक बार चेक करो. व्हाट इज अ ग्रुन नॉर्म? व्हाट इज अ ग्रुन नॉर्म, राइट? कलेक्शन ऑफ नॉर्म्स, लेटेस्ट नॉर्म, ओरिजिनल नॉर्म और एनी नॉर्म. व्हाट इज टू? आई गॉट प्रज्ञा से मुझे मिला है सी. बाकी का आंसर मुझे अभी तक नहीं मिला है. बाकी का आंसर मुझे नहीं मिला. बाकी लोगों का 2 का आंसर क्या है जी? कलेक्शन ऑफ नॉर्म्स, लेटेस्ट नॉर्म्स और ओरिजिनल नॉर्म. देखो, दैट्स द थिंग, अगर एक नहीं बन रहा है आपसे, लीव इट, बट 2 में जल्दी जल्दी बताओ ना, 2 का आंसर क्या है? ओके, ये एग्जाम में भी ऐसा आएगा, एग्जाम में भी एक क्वेश्चन ऐसा आएगा जो आपके दिमाग थोड़ा घुमा देगा। इसका मतलब ये नहीं यू विल जस्ट वेस्ट योर टाइम ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, यू विल लीव दैट क्वेश्चन। मतलब नहीं आ रहा है, नहीं आ रहा है, go to the next question, right? Yes. 2C original norm, fine. Now let's get to the next question that we have. What are the criticism? कौन से criticism है? Vague, confusing है, purity of norms cannot be maintained, natural law ignored, all of the above. What is the 3 का आंसर? 3 का आंसर क्या है जी? 3 का आंसर क्या है? What are the criticisms against the pure theory of law? What is the criticism of pure theory of law? Natural law ignored. अच्छा, ओके, आशुतोष से नेचुरल लॉ, आशुतोष यू आर ट्रू के नेचुरल लॉ इग्नोर्ड। आपका, आपको मेरे से ये सवाल है कि बाकी दो चीज क्या क्रिटिसिज्म था? वेग एंड कंफ्यूजिंग एंड प्योरिटी ऑफ नॉर्म्स। नेचुरल लॉ हैज बीन इग्नोर्ड बाय केजन, इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है। अच्छा, आशुतोष इज सेइंग 2C, आई एम सॉरी आशुतोष, आई थॉट के 3 का C बोल रहे हो आप, एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी फॉर दैट। अच्छा, 2 का C और ओरिजिनल नॉर्म, यस। 3 का I talked about purity of norms cannot be maintained, purity of norms vague and confusing. What is the 3 का answer? 3, everyone is saying D, right? Everyone is saying D. 3 का है D आंसर जी, okay? 3 का है D आंसर, yes, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। Now let's get to the next part. According to whom the good norm is a fiction capable of being traced in legal reality, incapable of being traced in legal reality. Kelsen, Friedman, HLA, Hart, Salman. देखो, एक ऐसा काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन हमेशा रहेगा आपके, जहां पर आप थोड़ा मतलब इसका आंसर क्या है पता नहीं है, दिस थिंग्स हु सेड व्हाट, राइट? सो इसके रिगार्डिंग यू हैव टू बी प्रीटी मच, आपको थोड़ा बहुत इधर यू मेक नोट्स के कौन क्या बोला है, व्हिच जूरिस्ट हैज सेड व्हाट रिगार्डिंग व्हाट, इसका एक अलग से नोट्स बना सकते हो, या डिकोडिंग द जूरिस्प्रूडेंस मेरा जो कंपाइलेशन वाला बुक है वो देख सकते हो, ठीक है? या कोई भी एक बुक को अच्छे से फॉलो कर सकते हो, ठीक है? या कोई भी एक बुक को अच्छे से फॉलो करो, अवतार सिंह हो, बीएम मणि त्रिपाठी हो, परान जापे हो, या आपके कोई भी एक बुक को अच्छे से फॉलो करना, ठीक है? आशुतोष इज सेइंग 3 का डी, आशुतोष एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट, 3 का डी है, ठीक है? आयुषी इज सेइंग 4 का ट्रीटमेंट, बाकी शिवम इज सेइंग सैल्मन, अच्छा जी, 4 का बी है, एंड लॉट ऑफ यू माइट नॉट बी एबल टू आंसर दिस, एब्सोल्युटली फाइन, जाके चेक करो, नोट करो, ये फ्रीडमैन बोला है, ठीक है? सो एब्सोल्युटली फाइन। नाउ 5 का आंसर बताओ। 4 का है फ्रीडमैन, 4 का बी है, ठीक है? टेल मी द नेक्स्ट आंसर, 5 का क्या होने वाला है? व्हाट इज फिफ्थ आंसर? फिफ्थ का आंसर क्या है? फिफ्थ का आंसर क्या है? What is the criticized? Why it is criticized that the purity of norms cannot be maintained? For an analysis of legal norms, one will have to go to the good norm, which will require a look into the political and social facts. And the task of deriving legal norm from good norm involves the acts of numerous individuals in such reduction and application as judges and legislators. Purity of norms cannot be maintained, and even EAV criticisms that purity of norms cannot be maintained. Why is that? Why is that? saying 5 का C, Shivam is saying 5 का C, बाकी what about others? Shivam एक चीज है, ठीक है, you have to understand why they are saying it, ठीक है, which is both A and B. Yes, both A and B. Aichi is saying both A and B. Now think about it. Suppose why the purity of norms cannot be maintained. The reason. Analysis of a legal norms, one will have to go through the good norm. Now good norm is in the pyramid, ठीक है, ये जहां से good norm pyramid के मैं मान लेता हूं, अगर बेस ऊपर से नीचे बोलो ऐसा मतलब कर सकते हो, दैट्स द थिंग, ठीक है, कि good norm से सारा चीज ये हो रहा है, अगर उल्टा भी पिरामिड करेगा, ये सीधा कर दिया मैंने, उल्टा पिरामिड करना है कि ये है गुड नॉर्म, ठीक है, गुड नॉर्म से सब कुछ आ रहा है। अब गुड नॉर्म से अगर सब कुछ जा रहा है तो इन दैट केस यू कैन सी, थिंक अबाउट वन ऑफ द गुड नॉर्म दैट वी टॉक अबाउट। व्हाट इज द गुड नॉर्म? हम लोग अगर इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वी टॉक अबाउट वन गुड नॉर्म, अच्छा जी हो गया। नाउ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज द गुड नॉर्म। आई एम आस्किंग यू राइट नाउ, आई एम आस्किंग Pragya, can you remove the political factor or social factor from the Indian Constitution? Can you remove? I am asking, जब इंडिया में कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अडॉप्ट किया गया था, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आया, और इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कैन यू रिमूव पॉलिटिकल एंड सोशल फैक्टर ऑल टुगेदर इन द फॉर्मिंग ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन? ओवरऑल आप सोशल, पॉलिटिकल, हिस्टोरिकल कोई भी चीज को टोटली इग्नोर कर सकते हो। आई एम सेइंग, प्रज्ञा कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड? आई एम सेइंग कैन यू outrightly reject political, social, historical all together background and saying ये मेरा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, ये हम लोग का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है? कैन इट बी डन? कैन इट बी डन? थिंक कि अगर पॉलिटिकल बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, या इफ दैट इज नॉट द केस, सो थिंक अबाउट प्योरिटी ऑफ नॉर्म इन द सेंस, मतलब एक प्योर नॉर्म। और हम लोग प्योरिटी किस सेंस में बोल रहे हैं? प्योरिटी बोल रहे हैं सोशल, पॉलिटिकल, हिस्टोरिकल कोई भी चीज उसके अंदर ना हो। बट हाउ कैन दिस बी पॉसिबल? अगर इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में बैकग्राउंड के बिना, हिस्टोरी के बिना, सोसाइटी के बिना इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन नहीं होता है। इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड ऑफ ऑल दोस थिंग्स, उसमें है। that's why we adopted certain principles, certain basic structure we adopted because of our own diversity, because of our own evolution. otherwise कुछ और भी adopt कर सकते थे हम लोग, वो नहीं किए ना। so that's why purity of the norms cannot be maintained. जो Kelsen is very much vocal about it, क्योंकि उसमें तो social, political, historical कोई फैक्टर नहीं चलेगा। purity of norms, that's why cannot be maintained. Second, task of deriving legal norm from good norm involves the acts of numerous individuals such as redaction, application of judges and legislation. So you can very well understand another thing. Constitution से अगर कोई भी चीज आ रहा है, कोई other norms आ रहा है, right? So in that case, judges, legislature play huge role, and 5B you can very well understand, right? So 5, 1 or 2, A and B both are the correct answer. I don't need to tell you why is that, right? A and B, right? So judges play huge role in interpreting the constitution, right? तो एक इंटरप्रिटेशन के बाद कोई लीगल नॉर्म भी दूसरा इवॉल्व हो रहा है, लीगल नॉर्म भी चेंज हो रहा है। तो प्योरिटी ऑफ द लीगल नॉर्म इज टोटली चेंज्ड बाय द इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ द जजेस। Okay, now let's get to the last question that we have for our session, and then we're going to finish it. Okay. Who has attempted to prove the existence of good norm in international law? अच्छा, क्वेश्चन में दिखा देता हूं। Who has attempted to prove the existence of good norm in international law? Who has attempted to prove the existence of good norm in international law? Kelsen, Friedman, Borg. ठीक है, who has proved that? चलो जल्दी बताओ। who has attempted to prove the existence of root norm in international law? Who has attempted to prove the existence of root norm in international law? Bob, Kelson, Friedman, or not? Who has attempted to prove the existence of root norm in international law? Who has done that? Who has done that? I got one B. Any other? Any other thing? Any other people who are saying for Kelson Friedman? अच्छा, क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आ रहा, दोबारा क्वेश्चन दिखा रहा हूं आप लोगों को. Who has, सॉरी मैं भी क्वेश्चन भूल चुका हूं, मैं दोबारा देख लेता हूं क्वेश्चन क्या है. Who has attempted to prove the existence of root norm in international law? Who has attempted to prove the existence of root norm in international law? Factors and surrender. Yes, yes, yes. Good, 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 good. That is Kelson, right? So Kelson is the answer. Why that we're going to end. Now, all of you, I need to tell you, this particular PDF will not be available in the Telegram channel because we are having a very, very important discussion regarding each and every answer. Why that is the answer, why that is not the answer. तो मैं चाहता हूं लोग ये वाला सेशन अटेंड करें क्योंकि lot of people are getting the MCQs in the Telegram channel and that's why they're not attending this thing, but they're missing out so many discussions that we are having. Okay, why that particular answer is the correct answer, that particular answer is not the correct answer. जो जानना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आपके एट पर्सपेक्टिव के लिए और आपको बाकी एग्जाम के पर्सपेक्टिव के लिए. That's why this PDF and this particular thing will not be shared in the Telegram channel. ठीक है? But one very important thing before ending, I need to tell you, pure theory of law is very important and root norm is very important. Each alternative year में root norm पूछा जाता है. तो all of you who are reading the jurisprudence, ठीक है? आप लोग root norm को अच्छे से पढ़ो, pure theory of law को अच्छे से पढ़ो, and you never know, you might get question from this particular pure theory of law and root norm itself. ठीक है? Now, by this we are going to end today's session here. And how did you like this session? If you haven't, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe the channel because we come up with very important legal news, important events, and also the live session regarding our preparation. And any particular topic that you want us to make video on, mention in the comment box. We are going to definitely entertain that. So until next time, thank you all of you. See you soon. Good night to all of you.